You're the new Yaakov Altman?
Huh?
You're the new Yaakov Altman?
Well, he's
not coming, so.
I know.
Am I missing
Robbie's very techie, so.
Yeah. Right number. Let's see. There you go.
Yaakov, you have someone up. Oh, are you muted?
Yeah.
It's coming for your job. Next thing you know, he's going to be a level 3 in global tech.
Right. Whatever that means.
Yeah, let's do it. All right.
Who's on there? Ellie. Okay. Whenever he gets here, we'll look.
Done?
What?
Literally, I have not slept the entire week. This is the greatest thing. It's so stupid.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Doing nothing, but I just can't fall asleep. Like, go to sleep at 11 o'clock.
She was chilling.
Where's the item?
Right.
We're waiting for Shaggy.
He's not there yet?
What?
Technical difficulties?
No, Shaggy's here. No, he's gonna be on here on my phone. Oh. Just waiting to come in.
Just not slept one whole night. It's greatest thing.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
Right.
It's true. My phone for a few minutes. But it's not like 4, and then my alarm was like an hour later. So now I'm up for the day.
Right.
Literally falling asleep. The person I work with was like, am I boring you? It's like, I didn't say yes, but no, you're not. But like, what? I'm just freaking exhausted.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, but it's good. Baruch Hashem. So I'm supposed to go back last week of January. We go back. Everybody in the family. But so I came up at work. I'm like, I have a scheduled survey 2 days after I come back. So I can't leave for a whole week. Come back and like, oh, like, expect to be ready. Good job.
That's what I'm about to do, 100%.
They're on.
Okay, so
They're on. Look at on. Let's see. Mayor's not on. Mayor's not on. Mayor's not on.
who is on here?
Ellie and
Okay. I bought this one thing, but so once you don't know how. Just be cautious.
Yeah. I was great call.
I
it's like stay far from anyone that
yeah, so I'm just being cautious.
Right.
Not that this is coming.
That makes sense.
But
Oh, okay, Baruch Hashem.
every single person had COVID feels like
Okay, Baruch Hashem. Eli, how are you?
COVID free?
Smells so good.
What's a killer is that the cough lingers on. Your lungs are back. So Baruch Hashem, like a little under the fever. This cough.
your lungs get hit.
The lungs get hit, and the cough lingers on.
Yeah.
And you start speaking a lot, or you go inside from the cold to hot.
Even after you test negative.
I don't know, but I'm saying I already had the first symptoms a week ago. So I said like,
Now it's 5 days.
Yeah, it's more than
5 days. No, I'm saying that.
I'm saying, yeah, I know. I'm saying that's
more than 5 days.
more than 5 days. But I'm just playing it cautious. Okay. Okay, so let's jump right into it. He wrote some okay. The text. The text was so chashuv. Rebelli, you on Rebelli? Rebelli, Rabbi Yaakov is on.
Ellie's a pro. What's he doing?
There's a party.
Yeah,
He's doing this thing.
All the chairs that you have to set
I'm
up.
not going to go there. I'm just
That's what joking about.
I'm not fixing
Huh?
the germs anything, just in case. Ellie, how are you? No. Oh, everybody say Ellie, Ellie, I'm just gonna repeat some of the things in case they didn't take it seriously. Not the wives are invited. It's an event for the family, for the husband and wife. I'm saying for the husband and wife that the wife should be there. So
Kids too, and had a kids section.
yeah, but if Ellie, can we still squeeze in a kids section over there?
No.
Hire like a clown.
Are they gonna be door
All right.
prizes?
Okay. But
Keep the kids at home.
What?
The rabbi is paying for babysitters.
Do we
Keep them
start
at
yet?
home.
Do we start yet?
No, Rameh, we're waiting for you.
Oh,
We said only half.
Oh, geweldig. So the right side. So Hebra. So
7:15 start.
7:15 sharp.
We'll see you when
Rabbi side. So tomorrow night for the husband and wives, it's so important Rabbi side because we come in here, we get the geschmack, and we learn with the gewaldik, and the wives don't see it. My wife said it was so. She said she enjoyed. She just like the first time hearing me giving shir. Like we shouldn't hear me give shir. Yes, that was on Zoom. My wives never don't see what's going on here, the magic over here. Tomorrow they get to see it. So we try your utmost. They should come. They'll enjoy it. I'm sure there's some door prizes also.
Yes.
Yes, and rebellion. And on my side there is it is milchiks. Now if I was making milchiks, then you should be worried. But if Ellie's making milchiks,
That's a bit of a problem because
it's Rabbi side. If Chazal knew the milchiks that Rabbi side, if Chazal knew the milchiks that we're having tomorrow, they would have said you can make the same tomorrow. And then Rabbi side, if anybody that could still have room for nussis, Ellie's on over there. So and if anybody that can still so Rabbi side, so make the effort as much as you can to come on time and to bring the wives.
it's not gonna happen.
And
I don't have a babysitter. My kid goes to the 17th.
we're in the last discussion of a kids table day. Maybe we got 3 babysitters in your basement, Ellie. Put a few.
How do you know what
there.
I'm doing with my own kid?
Back and plays.
But Ellie doesn't know what he's doing with his own kid.
She's not gonna be able to go to sleep with all the noise.
Problem.
in-laws here.
Who said to put him on the porch? Okay,
I actually said put him on the south wing with your nanny.
Okay, okay. But let's go. So let's jump right into it, and Hashem should help. We should to celebrate choose Simchas Torah tomorrow. Okay, so
What did they get? What's the door prize?
Your wife has to come to find out.
Okay, everybody. The door prizes are only for the first, only until 7:45. Only until 7:45.
I'll take another.
Says the Gemara over here. Says the Gemara. Ready? It says the Gemara here.
I'm sure.
Why is it?
Says the Gemara. Yesterday we discussed. We went through yesterday. We had a machlokes. If a stolen lulav is a problem, mitzvah b'beiro, that's how we understood it in the Rabban and all the shittas. Until Rav Yitzchak Bar Nachmani, who said that it's only an issue on Yom Tov Rishon because of Lachem. But Mutan Yom Sheni, we said that he doesn't hold a mitzvah b'beiro. This was Rabbi Yehuda Leibovich Sa'ar yesterday. He doesn't hold a mitzvah b'beiro. We saw about places because mitzvah b'beiro is a Rabbanan. So now the Gemara goes on here into the story, but this story is going to illustrate.
According to Yitzchak Nachmani, Yom Tov Rishon, the owner wasn't can I use the stole?
Then you would be able to. Right. If you got it in a way which is not, it's no longer his. Yeah. Now, boy said, look,
It's a group call.
you ready?
I got Chaim and Mayor.
Now we have them all on here.
Oh, what?
Mayor, you're on, right?
Mayor's in the car.
Is Chaim on there?
Is a second. Chaim,
that's
come
a
on here.
Zoom.
This is Zoom. Is Mayor on Zoom?
Yeah, Mayor's here.
Mayor's here. Okay.
Mayor's
Okay, so to all our Torah Anytime listeners, so Rabbi said, let's jump right into it. And here, in this story, I said this stop is one of the most packed up from in the whole Shas. Amar Luhu Rabbi Huna said, Lahanu Avankri. Rabbi Huna said to the Avankri are merchants. These are merchants which are like the middlemen. They buy and they resell. So these merchants. Lahanu Avankri. So Rabuna said to these Avankri, these merchants, this is what he told them. Kizabitu, when you buy Asa Hadassim Me'akum, when you go ahead and you buy the Hadassim, Asa is Hadassim, Me'akum from the guy, Loit Zigzagzu Atun, you shouldn't cut them. Because these goyim, they have fields of hadassim, and you have to cut the hadassim. But you shouldn't cut them. Let the goyim cut them, right? Let the goyim cut them. And they should give it to you. Let again, you shouldn't cut them. Don't go to the field and be the one to cut it. Rather, let the goyim cut it, and they should give it to you. Says the Gemara. What?
Ella, how did you read it? You skipped 2 words, no?
Ella ligzua inhu. Let them cut it. The goyim. V'yavu lechu, and they should give it to you. So let the goyim cut those hadassim, let the goyim give it to you. My timer. What's the reason? Says the Gemara. Stam oiv dikachavim. A standard guy. Gazlone aratan inhu. He steals property. Gazlone aratan inhu. He steals property. Right? Bekarka, you ready for this? Bekarka ain't an exelis. And a karka, we learn from Sukkim, karka can never be stolen.
Even if there's years.
Even if there's years, exactly. Right? So the karka ain't an exelis. Karka cannot be stolen. So you can write on the side. So if you cut it, you have stolen hadassim. Because listen to this, Rabbi say the karka, the piece of property, we learn from Sukkim, the karka can never be stolen. Meaning, if a Reb Sibi owns a piece of property and someone comes and steals it from him, it always is called Sibi's property. And and therefore, whenever someone else takes property, it's always his property. It's never ever lost from you. However, if someone goes now and he cuts off a branch or a hadassah from that property, now he just stole, right? Now he just stole. So right now he just did an act of he just did an act of theft right now. So you just stole the thing. So you have now a stolen hadas. Ignoring whether I'm not getting into is it a mitzvah b'beira issue, or is it a stolen issue? It's not yours. Rather, what should you do? So a kak in the exelis. So right. So if you cut it, you are stealing it. So hilkach, therefore, ligzazu inhu, let the goyim cut it. Meaning, let's say we assume the goyim are miyayish, but it doesn't help if it's still attached to the property. Goyim is a prop. Let's say the owners were miyayish, but so long as it's attached to the property, it's not going to help. So it's still theirs. It's no matter what, it's still called CB. It's still called CB's Hadassim. Let's say CB was Miyash. It's still called CB's Hadassim because it's still attached. And now when you cut it, you're stealing from CB because it's still his. So therefore, let the goyim cut it. Says the Gemara now. Hilkach ligzuenu. Let the goyim cut it. Kihechi, so that that there should be yish bailim. There should be yish biyadayu ditu in the goyim's hands. Let the yish take place in the goyim's hands.
There is no yish.
Now it's cut. Let the guy cut it.
You cut it, but if you cut it, there's no yish.
Because that was an act of theft.
He took it from the karka, which is
You,
not used.
meaning, let's say we assume right now that CB's property. Listen for a second. I have a field right now. Reb Eli, you hear this?
Yeah.
Right now, I have a field in front of me. I have a field. This field is CB's field, and the guy right now has it. It's still CB's field. So when you cut it, what did you just do? You just stole from CB because it had his field.
Even with yish.
Even with Yish.
It doesn't work on
Yish
karka.
wasn't effective yet.
Because it's
So
karka.
it's karka. Let the guy cut it. Now the guy's holding it. Now the Yish will go into effect. So you to do an act of theft.
Why? This is not karka.
That's not karka.
Yes, it's
You
not
go.
karka. Now it's the Tamplin, exactly.
So why don't you go to a guy and say, hey, steal this from me, then just give it to me. Then then it's not called stealing for anything in life.
Oh, well, for a few things. Number one, you have to know the owner's miyash. Number two is that he's acting as your shliach.
Right, so- So, A problem.
but he's not, but that might be more of an issue because it's like you're doing it. If you ask him to do it, it's like you're doing it.
It's like Amir
It's
Lako.
part of the reason because over here also there's not 100% chance that it's stolen property. We just know that there's a good chance that there is. So
Yeah, but-
maybe that also plays into it.
Plays into what? To which factor?
Plays into the fact that we rely on yish, meaning if we knew for sure it was stolen, would the same rules still apply? If we knew for sure it was
Yes.
stolen,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
it still applies.
Yeah. So the karka and exelis, karka cannot be stolen. So don't be the ones to cut it. Don't cut it. This piece of property right now belongs to Reuben the Yid. You cut up the dasim. You did an act of stealing. Let the guy cut it. Let the guy cut it. Right now, the guy cut it. So now the yish went into effect now because now it's not anymore property. It's rather movable items. So now this thing says the Gemara, Hilkach ligzu inhu. Let the guy cut it. Kihechi, so that the lahavu yish bailim. That there should be yish. Now the yish should now there should be yish. B'dayidu.
That's the
And their hands, and you can write on the side. And the yish is effective on metaltalin, on the actual hadassim.
You don't. But when you cut it.
Oh, but you stole
Geneva.
it. You didn't act like Geneva now.
But they also stole it.
Oh, but the guy steals this thing. The guy can steal. He's
By the
not.
time you buy from the guy, it's
make a difference if there's yish?
Oh, one second.
Yeah, there's just.
Well, there could be yish.
Yeah, there is.
There is yish if you steal it, but then you're going to run into an issue of having a stolen item.
But when the guy cuts, there's no yish. Why not?
There
There is yish.
There is yish.
But it's not an issue because you went to buy it from him. At this point, you're doing an avera, you're not doing anything.
There's no mitzvah baba
Because the guy stole
the guy
it, now
takes
it's
out
yish.
mitzvah
Yeah,
baba avera. When you do it yourself, there's still a mitzvah baba avera.
Well, so one
Yeah,
second,
yeah,
one second. Hold on. Look, one second. One second. Listen to this. One second. Listen to this, Rabbi Sai. 1 second.
Because he was kind of, he stole it, now he's kind of. So when you take it from the guy, you're not taking the stolen object, you're taking the guy's object. But if you.
Would say, let the guy cut it. Look over here.
look in the back. There's a picture.
No. Hilkach says the Gemara, Ligzizua inhu, right? Let the guy cut it from what it's attached to, right? And then you're gonna buy it from them. Oh, right? Says the Gemara. Vishina Hilkach. I'm sorry, Hilkach. Ligzu inhu. Let the guy cut it. Kichid have a yish by them b'daidi too, right? And therefore there should be yish in the hands of the goyim. Now look over here. Vishina yarishus b'yadayichu. And now you're gonna have. Look at this, Rabbi Sai. You're going to also have, in order to acquire this, you're having a twofold kinyan here. You're having yish by the owners, right? and you're having a Shina Rishus Biyadayu. When it changes, Shina Rishus means a change of ownership. A change of ownership. It goes from the guy to you. So meaning first it was cut. Now when the guy cut it is Yish. Yish is one step to acquire it, and there's a second step will happen. V'shina rishus b'yadaychu, and you'll have a change of ownership in your hands. Period. Yeah. Fine. That is a period. So now you don't do the act of stealing. Like if you don't cut it, you don't do the act of stealing, right?
And by the time you're buying it, the buyer let him yash.
Exactly. So you the banker, exactly. So you understand? Let's be clear what happened. The merchant, this. The merchant should not cut it. Let the guy cut it. Now years will go into effect. Years alone might not be enough. So what do you have? What's the second step now?
Change of ownership.
Now when it gets to the abankri, the merchant, at this point there was already two things. There's Yish and Shina Rishus, right?
I thought the Avankri is the guy.
No, abankri is a merchant. He told the abankri, the merchant, when you let 1 second. When you go ahead and you buy,
You're buying it for the worker.
Let me read that again.
Isn't the merchant the guy?
Look, my site. Huna told Abankri, the Jewish merchants, when you go buy Hadassah from the Goyim, don't be the ones to cut off the tree. Let the Goyim cut it. And we're saying now, when the Goyim cut it, there will be the Goyim will cut at that point. There'll be Shino. He did the act of stealing, and now there was Shina Rishus in your hands. There was Yish and Shina Rishus, right? Good.
Where's
And
the
that-
Shina Rishus?
Shina Rishus is when the guy takes it now and he gives it to the merchant.
Okay.
He sells it to the merchant.
But
Good.
how can that be Shina? But the guy never actually had it. It's not really the guy.
Why?
This was a Kurdish.
But no, but that's Shina
Usually
Rishus.
once he does it.
Yes. Yeah.
Meaning if it's on the ground, if it's still attached to the ground, it's not actually his. It's not his rishus. It's not actually changing the rishus.
What do you mean? Again, that what?
Changing the rishus is that it goes from mine to yours. But if it was never the guy's actually to begin with, then the guy can't change it.
It's the guys once it's Mayash.
The guy.
But how? If the ash is not enough.
It's the first step. It seems like.
No, Yish is good on Metaltlin. It's not good on Karka.
But then why do we need change of rishus?
No. You need
Yish
two
is not.
things. The
Right.
Yish, one second, hold on. Let me be clear. This, what we're saying right now, healed Yish alone is not sufficient. Yish alone is not sufficient. But the act of stealing, by cutting it, you're doing an act of stealing. So don't be the one to do an act of stealing. So you let him cut it. He'll cut it and give it to you. So there will be Yish. He'll have one step one of Yish. He'll give it to you, the merchant. There'll be Shina Rishus. Now you have Shina Rishus, and you have that.
Right, but what I'm saying is that if in order for it to change Rishus, it never becomes the guy if there's no Shina Rishus from the Bailam to the guy.
The guy never had it actually in his.
You tell me
rishus.
now
Had
you
it
need two
physically.
steps. You need two
Yeah.
steps to
He
make
did.
it.
No. I know, but no. Very good. No. You're right. No. But it's considered as now by the God. I like what you say.
It's by the guy, but it's not Shina Rishus.
No, a second. No. Even if it's not by the guy, it can be Shina. A second. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be. If it's 1 second, let's say the guy was acting, it was really tacky. It's like it wasn't fully his. But the guy now
When you
took
have
it from
an
the one Rishos and he gave it to the bakery.
So my Rishus is part of the Geneva.
But if he transferred it to you, once you got it, you now completed
I helped him steal. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 1 second, he did it, and he. It's like, look, there's a shiny and this may be stolen. So let the guy do. The cutting is a theft.
That's better than Shina Rishus.
The cutting it, he let the guy.
It's equivalent to Shina Rishus.
The guy's gonna cut it. That's the act. That's act of the. That's act of Geneva.
And there's Yish.
And then Yish alone will not help acquire it.
Will not help the Avankri.
Will not help the factory, right? Now the bankry, and now when the guy gives it to the bankry, by the guy transferring it, the guy now moved it from the rishus.
So if it doesn't help him acquire it, that meaning is it ever Bereshus the guy?
That's not really, no,
No.
because it's not fully till it gets to the bankry's hand.
Right, so the Rishus
It's not
really is
fully
from the
until there's a
original
Shina
owner.
From the
Rishus.
original owner to you. Yeah. Yes,
Shina
if it's
Rishus
a-
could
if it's a
only
guy that
happen
you're
after
scared of?
Yiyush happens?
yes.
If it's a guy,
Yeah. That you're discussing the main discussion. Yish v'shina rishus. What do you need to happen first? Most Rishonim learn you need to have yish, and only after can you have yish. Can you have shina rishus?
Well, if you had Shina Rishus first, then your mama's gonna.
Yeah, because shina rishus is not going to do anything yet because it's not really. It's still his.
Oh,
What do
it's
you
a guy-
try?
That's why the
That's
Shina
a guy that you're
Rishus,
scared of.
it's not considered
Right.
Shina Rishus by the guy.
Right, if Yish doesn't really do anything.
What? No.
What's this that, let's say I only have Yish, Shina Rishus never happens. Like, what's
No,
the
it wouldn't do
status?
anything. This Tana holds you need two things. You need to have yish and shina rishus.
Oh, if it's a guy you're scared of, that
So
should,
if,
you
let's
should
say,
work.
there's Yish, right?
Good.
And now I steal it from the guy.
Right.
Is it mine? Was there a Shina Rishus? Do I have anything over it, or did I steal from the Jew?
You just stole from the Jew, really. You it's
Because technically the guy never had it.
the guy never had it.
The Yish
But if
was
the
gonna-
guy is giving it to you, that two-step thing, yeah, that's what coming out with.
So
One
if
second.
someone finds a tattoo on the floor and there's Yush, it's a Shina Rishus when it comes into you. When you
By
go into
Nevada,
it.
by Nevada,
Yeah.
by Nevada, you're allowed to keep it. Use house by Nevada.
Well, you don't need Shina Rishus.
No.
Only by Geneva you need Shina Rishus.
1 second. Yeah, by Geneva, you're stealing from this guy.
Unless
Right.
even by Veda you need Shina Rishus. But the fact
I'm
that
saying
you
that
picked it
could
up,
be.
the fact
That's
that you
already
picked it
added.
up is
That's
Shina
already,
Rishus.
you might have that ready. You may have that ready. So says the Gemara. Hilkach, 1 second. Hilkach. Ligzizua inu. Let the goyim cut it. Keichet have a yish bailem be a die did too. That it should be yish bailem in the hands of the goyim. Vishin rishos be a daichu, and shin rishos should be in your hands.
Rashi's be died to the
What,
Avanka.
Davan?
No, look at the guy's doing. He was that kaya kushes like Gemara safe. It's later on.
Mhm. So again, so just because I'm slow, I understand the guy. It's okay. Nothing
Okay, that's
bad.
not-
What's bad about being slow?
You're
You know,
full tomorrow, Mo.
people.
Can I?
I
see
just
you?
don't understand why the guy,
Yeah.
why when the guy takes it, it's not Shina Rishus.
Well, because it hasn't that
We came before years. Okay, so after years,
No.
it's in my Rishus. It's not in the Rishus of the Bailam anymore. It's my Rishus.
well, first of all, he didn't fully acquire it yet. The guy,
With the guy went on.
because Yush alone is you need to have.
But he has years, and now it's in his Rishus, not the Bailam's
Right,
Rishus.
once there's a Yish, now.
Okay, that's gonna come.
And now,
Shina Rishus
no, very good. You know, you think about it. Mo, what you're saying, I think is in this slices over here, and I think,
Dropping.
no, it's not. No, I'm sorry, it's not over here.
So keep Egan.
No, Mo's asking.
It's Briscoe.
No,
It's
Mo,
Briscoe.
you're asking good, and I believe, I'm remembering this now. That Mo's asking, why do you need it to be like this? Why can when I cut it? Because you need this order of years and then shina rishos. Mo's asking, when the guy cuts it, you can have both. So the answer is that first you need years. Only then can shina rishos be effective. But I say this is of the most
It's so
discussed topic.
because now the Avakri Shina Rishus is helping the Geneva go through. So without the Shina Rishus, it was never a complete Geneva.
Right.
So
Yes.
it's still
Yeah. So hold on. 1 second. We're going to revisit this. Look at this, everybody. So let's go on a drop over here. Soif says the Gemara. Ki gazu a bankri. When the bankri,
if the Avakri.
if the bankri cuts it, we have a year's bailim. Soif he goes to bankri. If the Jewish merchant cuts it, we have a year's bailim. Be a daihu. Let there be years bailim by the bankri. Vishina rishos biyodon, and rishos will be by the buyers. They got that in Yaakov. Let the buyers look at this.
Then he's not right. Then he's Geneva.
Look, he says over here. Soif, he goes to a bakery. Soif.
Now that you tell me you need Yush and you need Shina Rishus,
Right now they need both. Right. Soif still. Still. He goes to a bakery. If the bakery were to cut it, we have a year's bailim biyadayu. let there be years violin in the hands of the bankari. Vishina rishus biyadon
Of the buyers.
and shirs biyadon. Online would biyadon. I might buyers.
Not your hand. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
you.
buyer's hand.
In the buyer's hands? Question mark.
The next guy, whoever
Right.
buys it from the.
Yes.
The customers.
the store,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Says the Gemara.
Wait, we're asking, why don't we do that?
Yeah. Now we don't. Now I want to tell you something over here. That
That's a question, or that's a question?
now you have to look at Rashi. Biyadon the don. Biyadon the means the buyers. Look at the Rashi.
Mhm.
Halakuch. This is what you're bothered with, Mo.
Mhm.
Haloichin Iceman. The buyers that buy it from the bakery. Only the done. Lav mitzvah baveri.
It's like cliche. It's
Kind of.
like
It's that. Then it's a mitzvah baveri. Yeah.
Right.
So you want to say that, right? So let's just see what the Gemara says over here. Says the Gemara, because Sabar, the Gemara answers. I'm sorry.
Like seriously.
Like Tzricha, this halacha is only needed b'haishana ta'avankuri gofayu for the merchant's own hadassim. This is only needed for the merchant's own hadassim.
Because for him, it's what's about.
For him, he has an issue of having a stolen thing. Right?
For him, he doesn't have Shinur Shus.
Right. So therefore you need to do this.
What else? This thing that.
Yeah, that he was
Remember
advising
saying
them. He said, "You're gonna have an issue."
He's still a robber.
Yes.
No,
we're not-
about their own stuff.
What?
Rahuna was talking to the laundry.
About stuff they're going to keep for
About their
themselves.
own exactly the own merchandise.
There's Daniel and Mitzvah.
Yeah. Yeah. Says the Gemara now. But look what the Gemara says over here. The Gemara is bothered. V'likninu, v'liknua,
That would be fine.
v'liknua, let the merchants acquire it. B'shinai ma'isa. B'shinai ma'isa means they're
Meaning
gonna,
cutting it?
who said that?
Me.
What'd you say, your mayor?
The fact that he's cutting it.
No, Shina Maisa. Look what he's gonna do.
That's
Over
the thing itself.
He's gonna
He's gonna tie it.
he's
and
gonna
when he
tie
does
it.
It makes it changes the whole thing.
and says the Gemara, "V'liknua b'shina ma'isa." Let him acquire with a shina ma'isa a change of use.
That's only if you hold Tzarech Eged.
Oh, jumping the gun.
Meaning you got to take your dasim now. You got to tie it. That's an action.
Mo, you
Shina
obviously
ma'isa,
looked
you
at
take
it.
this
There's
and you now
no.
do something with it. You're kind of doing you putting it for a different use.
Mayor, we can't hear
Say
you.
just tie it or tie it for the mitzvah.
Talk for the mitzvahs. You got to have something. Yeah.
The Knuya is the Avantri.
No. Yeah. Same kaya. But yeah, but Liknua, let the merchants a bank we acquire b'shina ma'isa
Even for his own.
for his own use with shina ma'isa, and you grind it aside through the egghead, through making the egghead. Let's look at the Gemara says that's a question mark. Okay,
Shinur
look at
Mais
this.
is sending us Shinur Shus. Same color.
Yeah. Says the Gemara answers.
Oh, you have to hold them together. So once you hold them together, that makes it do shini myself.
Watch this. Kasavar, because he holds lulav ein sarach egghead.
That doesn't help us. Once you hold them together, it makes them do a thing. If you hold two of them, it doesn't work.
No,
It's
but
not
What does that
egghead.
mean?
It's not egghead. I didn't say
it's
egghead.
not required to be bound.
It is required to be held together.
Wait,
That's not a
but that's not a mice.
That's not a mice.
You're not doing
It
action to
doesn't
the
have to
dasim.
Pick them up together.
No,
It
but
doesn't have
Putting
to
them
be
together
bound.
and holding them.
You gotta do an
Like you're
action.
bound, like you're bound.
It's not creating it. Yeah.
So
You're making it a
exactly.
mitzvah.
You're taking this and making a new creation out of the dasim.
I understand at this point it's Mamash Geneva.
Lulav ein sarach. 1 second. Hold on. Lulav ein sarach egghead.
Because the Yish. Right?
No, 1 second. Be'imtim Sulaimar. Wait,
Yes,
1
I
second.
know.
Bimtim Sulaim, and if you say lulav tzarech eged, if you're lulav tzarech eged, however, shinoi hachayz libriyasai, a change that reverses itself, that can reverse itself, you can undo the eged.
We got 2 minutes.
Oh, shina chayz libriyasai. This is a shina that can be reversed. The shina chayz libriyasai lo yishmei shinoi. That's not a good shinoi. I want to say one thing. I apologize that this week was a little bit of a shaky week,
I'm
and
going to the NMHC.
and I want to pick up on Monday, Rabbi Sai, Siyata Deshmaya, to revisit the sugya. with the whole oilam and to get and to discuss a little bit more of the pratim of these gemaras.
How about tomorrow?
Bring your clavets.
So Chazara we'll do on Shabbos until this tomorrow, and B'li Neder we'll run through it again. We'll pick up and we'll go move straight through it.
Ellie, big hug,
Um,
big hug.
Usually-
NMHC
So the bottom
2022
line-
in
so the
Orlando
bottom
and the
line
Waldorf.
is-
I will be there. Will you? You're not coming to NMHC? Schwanz. You know who's going? Yankee Cat's going. Grada, I texted Yankee today. I pissed him off real good. I called his client. Oh, no. I called his client today.
Oh, because it's
I
from
pissed him off
yourself.
royally. But he said it's not a problem. He said it's not a problem. Stop muting me, Yaakov.
It would work.